What is up, Terp fans? It is Mr. Smiley from Terpswin B1G with another war recap. This one is brought to you by bottle number 6 of Angry Orchard Hard Cider Crisp Apple. It's gluten-free and 5% alcohol by volume. So we did another war with Supercellulitis in a 54-47 victory. These guys were a lot better than a lot of our opponents. Their number one, Reynolds, cool guy, had a couple of really sweet archer queen walk attacks, but I'm not going to show them because I don't feel like redoing my base. So let's show a couple of our attacks. We're going to, again, focus on Valkyrie, and I know some of you guys in the clan may be saying, but Smiley, why do you keep focusing on Valkyrie? Because I like them. They're awesome. They're the chosen troop of the Illuminati, and I feel like focusing on them again. So we're going to have Terps01 bringing down Flash with a GoHoVa, and this is a pretty standard, common internet base. That being said, this is still a pretty sweet attack, so I do want to show it. And this is pretty much a kind of a blueprint for how to do a GoHoVa. This is the way that nature intended to do it. So what we're going to do is we see the Archer Queen here, and then so priority number 1 is you're going to funnel, you're going to kill some of these, and actually I put a red dot there, but Terps01 did an awesome job of creating a landing strip here. So really what he did is he cleared out these over here and these over here, but he kept in this army camp right here as a landing strip to attract the Valkyrie, and then he's going to pop a jump over here to get to the Archer Queen. And again, Valkyrie love going after those heroes, so the Archer Queen here on defense is going to be like a magnet for the Valkyrie to just suck them into the core. So kill squad, he's going to have 2 Golem over here. That's right, Golem, Golem. And then the Valkyrie are going to come in, and once they start doing some damage in the core here, ripping stuff up, then he's going to send the hogs perpendicular to the kill squad. So he's going to send them in a wall here from about 12 to 2, and they're just going to run across the base. And this is important for a couple reasons. One, the kill squad down here provides some level of tanking for the hogs, so that all these defenses here aren't focused on the hogs. They're focused on, some of them are going to be focused on the kill squad. And also by sending them in a wall here instead of the opposite side, you don't have to risk that the hogs are going to split apart in a couple packs and be unpredictable for the heal spells. The wall pretty much guarantees that they're going to run straight across the base, and you're going to know exactly where to drop the heals. And I don't remember if it's a cleanup attack or a new attack, but it really, you can guess here where there's going to be some bombs, and just drop the heals as the hogs run straight across. So this is a kind of a cookie cutter template for a GoHoVa, but it's a template for 3 stars is not a bad thing, and this is the way that we should all be doing it. So let's watch the attack as it unfolds. Terps01, let's just speed through this. We do have 1 hog for the lure. It's a hound in the clan castle, which means you don't have to worry about a ton of splash damage coming down on your Valkyrie. So the hound is not going to do anything. Just ignore it. Let it pop. The Valkyrie come in, take out the queen. She comes out so far that you don't even have to worry about her being a magnet to get into the core, because the Valkyrie are just going to run around, clear out those 2 first chambers. Hogs coming in. The Golem tanks for all the pups. Probably should have dropped the poison around now, but really, the pups are focused on that Golem, and they do such little damage that they're not really a concern. There goes dropping the Gob Squad behind the hogs. Just start cleaning up. Let me take a sip from our sponsor here. There, we do have some skellies coming. You know, they can be a little bit pesky, but really, you know, BK Burger King pops his iron fist, and that'll take care of any of those skellies. And at this point, all the defenses are gone, and it's really just clean up. It's a beautiful GoHoVa, just like nature intended. There we go, just cleaning it up. So that base, perfect GoHoVa target. It had a nice wide open core for those Valkyrie to jump into and do a ton of damage. And that's, a lot of times that's what you're looking for in a Valkyrie attack, is that you have a nice big open core. You're not always going to get that. So here we have Psycho Killer, and what he's going to do is, he loves Valk as much as I do, and what he's going to do is, there is no big wide open core right now, but there will be after he drops his quad quake right there. And you can see that pretty much opens up, what, about a third of the base to the Valkyrie to just run around. Again, Archer Queen's going to be right here, act as a magnet for those Valkyries. So he's going to bust open, I think, over here, clearing away these trash to create a nice big wide funnel for the Valkyrie. Drops a couple of Golem, and then the Valkyrie are just going to shoot in here and just start ripping stuff up. And then once the Valkyrie rips stuff up, he's just going to send in the loons, and all 4 of these defenses are in this core area that Psycho has opened up, or right here in the path that the Valkyrie have to take to get to that core. So he's created his own core that he has access to all 4 of those air defenses, takes out the air defenses, and then there's really nothing to defend against the Loon Parade. So beautiful GoVaLo by Psycho Killer. Let's watch that unfold in real time. Alright, there we go with the Golem. Nice strong level 5 one from the Clan Castle, a level 4 one. I probably could have pre-dropped the quad quake right here. I don't know whether he was waiting to see whether, you know, what happened, maybe a wall breaker fail, that he might need to use it earlier. A loon and some change coming out the Clan Castle. Poison makes pretty quick work of that. Even if, you know, it takes a while to get a loon because it has so many hit points, Poison's going to slow down the damage. He manages to pop that before the Valk get in, so he doesn't have to worry about the loon one-shotting them. He will probably take care of you know, 1 loon anyway, but it's nice for it to go down so you don't have to worry about it. Valkyrie think about chewing through that wall, then they go after the Town Hall, destroy that, and then they go exactly where he wants to be, because that Archer Queen on defense is just sucking them right in. So now they're in the core, they're exactly where Psycho wants them to be, and they're just going to run around, mostly under heal, and just rip apart everything in that core. Down goes a sweeper, 3 of the air defenses are down. He's pretty patient now, waiting for that 4th one. On the far side, he can start sending in a couple of loons, does a nice job of using a giant as a tank for those loons. See the giant just absorb all the Archer Tower damage. Up at the top, once that last air defense goes down, just sends in some more loons. At this point, everything that the Valk did not destroy in the core is now being just bombarded by loons. And there we go, we have about a minute of just pure cleanup. Doesn't really get a great spread on his loons, but I guess there are a couple defenses over here that they float over to. But there are enough loons here that they can take them out with a fraction of 1 loon to spare. And then Gob Squad, loon, and you know, fraction of an Archer Queen left, just go around and destroy it. So a little bit of a slim margin, but it's just a beautiful attack. And you know, there's no asterisk for having a slim margin. Alright, so we have another beautiful attack by Crazy Dude. Featured him in the last couple of recaps, but I'm going to focus on him again. And again, this is another situation where he's been playing around with Valk. He's finally come over to the light side and acknowledged that they are the chosen troop of the Illuminati. And what he's going to do here is similar to what Psycho did, where he sees that he has all 4 air defenses just clustered around the middle. And if only there was a way for his Valkyrie to run around a big core and access them. And there is, brought to you by the power of Quad Quake. So here he's going to open this up. Again, I'm going to take a second and just do my little drawings. And all this area, I think, is going to be accessible now by his Valkyrie, which includes 1, 2, 3, and then along the way 4 air defenses. And then after that, he's going to, for whatever reason, send in a couple of hogs up here, and then loons around the rest. He does a nice job with identifying here when he creates his, he's going to, with the Valkyrie you have to create the wide funnel. So he's going to create a pretty wide funnel over here to over here. And he recognizes that, look, between here and here, it's just ground defense. So he has a couple cannon and a mortar that aren't really going to be able to hurt minions. So instead of using wizards, he can get by with half the troop space and drop a couple minions over here. Whereas over here, I think he does use some minions, or some wizards. And then we have 1 golem over here, which is going to tank for the archer tower. Bust open the wall here, and then he's going to send the Valkyrie in here. And again, like with Terpso 1's attack, there's a hound in the clan castle, which is going to do not much at all against Valkyrie. So why don't we watch this beautiful attack? Again, pre-dropping the Quad Quake. There's no reason to not do it if it's in an interior wall. If it's an exterior wall, sometimes you want to get the golem down and get the wizards down and let them clear a little bit of trash before you send them in the base. With this, since he's busting open the outside with wall breakers, there's really no reason to not drop the Quad Quake. That way it's one less thing to think about while you're in the middle of an attack. Nice pre-drop on the heel before the Valkyrie get there. The earlier you drop the heel on the Valkyrie is generally the better. Loons probably came in a little bit too soon there on the southwest. The air defense is still up. They do take out the perimeter defense though, and that's probably about as much as they were going to take out anyway. Golem, a couple hogs down here to the southeast, just popping in. Maybe he's going for a time record and doesn't want to wait for all of the defenses to go down. But he's still got plenty of troops in the core there. Still got Valkyrie chopping down big air defense tree there. Now it's time to start sending in the loons. There goes the last air defense. Again, Hound just floating over the Valkyrie is not going to do anything to them. He just kind of hovers and watches the base get destroyed. Powerless to stop. Crazy dudes. EQ GoHoVaLo. So at this point we have 1 archer tower, we have a whole mess of troops that are attacking the base, and it's just clean up. So there the Hound finally pops, drops poison to help slow down the damage, but I think most of them are really going after that golem, not really going to do that much to them. So at this point it's just some cleanup. Beautiful, beautiful attack by Crazy Dude. Awesome job. Next up, looks like we got a B1G matchup against an Ohio State Buckeye Grove 2 clan. So that ought to be a pretty good one. So let's go Terps.